What's up, fellow lords of gaming, and welcome back to another episode of Marvel Snap. So I told you guys I was going to be giving my time for this game because I tend to like TCG games. I used to play a lot of TCGs from, you name it, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, to Versus System, which is probably the most it's not comparative TCG to this, but I actually like the concept. I wish these guys were around for when Versus System was there and they could have, done something with those cards. But I want to give you guys some more insight on the game, see where it's going. I've currently played quite a bit of this. Like, to be honest, I've probably played more of this than I thought I would be playing. I've got a couple of decks inside here. The really good thing is that nothing in the shops or anything like that so far have been like forced down my throat. Nobody's asking me basically spend outrageous amounts of money in the shop. The gold, this gold is literally like the gold that you acquire is literally like if you're just a whale and you're whaling, because most of the stuff that you're spending money on isn't stuff that's going to get you any like cards or anything that's going to make your deck more significantly powered than the player who's just putting in time, at least so far. Like, for instance, Cyclops, these are just variants that they're selling to you for cards that you currently already own, most likely in your deck. So like, I own all 6 of these cards. I just don't have those variants of the cards. See, Ant-Man is here. You can see Captain America as well. Like Spectrum, I have that card. I even have the pixelated variant of her. So like, I can't remember even how I got that pixelated variant. I think I just won it or something like that. But it's pretty cool in that, right? The missions, they're fairly simple, straightforward kind of missions for you to do. Like, I'm trying to complete this one today, but for some reason I've been having really bad rolls. And then you can see like there's these symbiote invasion chapters that finally got unlocked for me when I completed the tier 2. So now they want me to basically complete these chapter 1 missions for symbiote invasions, right? Along with that, I still have like the Symbiote Invasion Chapter 2, and these points are basically earned towards you ranking up your season pass, right? So you can see all of these are here, and when they unlock, and that's part of the season pass efforts for the Symbiote Invasion. So what are you unlocking when you play these Symbiote Invasion challenges is essentially the question, right? So at first we had this season pass, right? And along that season pass, what you were working towards was a blue Marvel card. It was a five drop card. Now what they have is they have the Symbiote Invasion wheel, right? And it's so you're basically pushing towards to unlock this Miles Morales cards, right? So unlocks with the premium season pass at level 50. Now this is a variant that you're unlocking. So you can see it's like 4 drop 5, which in my opinion so far for the 4-star cards that I've had, this is a fairly decent card. The only thing is that the ability here, if a card moved last turn, this costs 1 less. So you essentially would need to set this card up so that way it would cost 1 less. But the problem is this is like TCGs, right? You're gonna have to play off of that, because then you're playing off turn, meaning like, I'm going to try to play this. So it's like if a card moved last turn, right? So I could set this up where I have a 2 drop card that moves, and that would make this card cost 1 less. So now I can play this card at 3 instead of at 4, and then roll into a 4-star card. That's essentially how you would want to play that card. So it's not a bad card, because essentially if you set the card up right and you get the proper roll inside your hand, you're essentially looking at getting a 3 drop that's a 5-star card, right? Which kind of makes sense, because if you look at some of the 3 cards that are in your kit, you can see like, Ironheart is a 0 cost. She's going to give power to other characters, to 3 others, so she's essentially a 6, right? You could look at Ironheart and she gives power, the same card, excuse me. You can look at Bishop, right? And he's like, when you play a card, this gains 1+1 power, so he's a 2. You can look at like Wolfsbane, 2+2 power for each other card you have here, so she's at max gonna be like a 6. inside here, you know what I mean? So like you can, Mr. Fantastic is giving you +6 power pretty much because he gives you 2, and then he gives you 2 to each of the other decks. So that's essentially what you're looking at, right? Punisher is +1 for each other opposing card at this location. So if you were to imagine at max, he would be a 6 power, right? That you would play at 3, and then you would look at like a Captain America. Your other cards at this location have +1 power, so he's baseline 3, and he's distributing 3 power across, so he's a 6, right? And then you basically get to see like some of the other 3 stars, like, you know, Cyclops is just a 3/4. There's nothing really going. Jessica Jones can be a really powerful. We're getting to the 4 stars now. Excuse me. So when you comparatively look at that card, you have to evaluate whether or not that is worth the squeeze, basically, to say, you know, I'm going to utilize that card within the deck, because it's about the setup, right? The setup for that card. So it could not be a bad one. Now I want to unlock the card because what I'm really interested to see is if this is a modifier that basically would work if I moved more than 1 card, right? So like if a card moved the last turn, this costs 1 less. So if I move 2 cards, meaning a card, 2 cards in turn 2, maybe, or turn 3, if I move 2 cards in turn 2, rather, excuse me, because I would optimally like to play this on the 3rd turn. So if I move 2 cards in turn 2, would this cost me 2 less? Which means I can play, which means that I could probably kind of do maybe like a undercurve deck, right? So off curve, right? That's what I'm basically saying, is like off curve, basically. You know, the curves being like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm playing in there. So now I'm going to play off curve and I'm going to play under. So like that sets up some of the other looking cards in here. Like for instance, Carnage is a 2-drop card, and on reveal you destroy your other cards here and you get a +2 power. So this could be a really powerful card because I can destroy 3 other cards inside there, and 3 other cards would net me 6 power. So I get a 2-cost card that's going to give me 8 power overall. So this is essentially a 4-star card. So now I'm playing off curve, and you know, I'm going under in terms of like, you know, smaller numbers. So I would probably like build like a 1, 2, 3, or 4, something like that, and that would give me the benefit of using that card. So overall, like the season pass also included this Spider-Woman. So on reveal, she afflicts all enemy cards here with 1 power. This is a pretty cool card. There's already another this card already exists, and it's a pretty decent card inside the deck, especially at 5 and 7 power, because you're essentially getting an 11 power card because you're reducing the other team by at max 4 power. I think there's other better 5-star cards. I love the little background that you get, the new card backing for the Miles Morales Spider-Man over here. And then at level 50, you can see this is basically the Into the Spider-Verse Miles Morales, which just looks absolutely amazing, right? And after that, we pretty much just go into season caches, which could unlock, you know, cosmetics or currency. So those would be like your cosmetics or your currency backings and things like that. And it just kind of keeps going, you know, like it is just going. It's never ending. So like as many as you can unlock. Now the cost of this is $9, basically $10 overall for you to unlock these cards and the season pass. If you don't, you can still get some rewards, like, you know, some various things inside here, like gold, and which is not bad, and some credits and things like that. Whatever you basically see as free, you can unlock. I would love to see the Miles Morales card fully leveled up, because I think that card will look absolutely amazing overall for that. Now, that is something to be aware of, right? Is that along with the variations to the cards, you also have varying stages and level for a card. So for instance, Sentinel here is listed as a rare card at this point, right? So then you can go epic and so forth, and they provide you little bonuses. This card went through one stage where the border is removed. So that means now they've kind of like made the central figure emboldened and is there. Your next stage to leveling basically gives the card a 3D look, right? Now this is cool because it's something for you and you alone, though, because it doesn't really appear that I get to necessarily see that, or I'm going to play with it on my opponent's deck. but it's a nice to have as a means of like, you know, hey, I'm leveling up these characters, right? So like, for instance, this Hulk right here, you can see I've leveled it up a little bit, and it's just got the borderless frame along with this one that has the borderless frame and is 3D as well, right? So it's a little bit different in that, but then you can look at like my Gamora card, she's borderless and 3D'd, and then I think I have one card that's like above rarity. I'm really looking forward to unlocking some of these. The really cool part about this is that they're not asking you to pay for this. You don't have to pay for that. If you want to, you can accelerate your ability to unlock some of those levels for the cards by using credits that you earn in game. I haven't done that quite yet. They give you 50 free credits per day, it seems like. The gold prices, I've given you guys my opinion on that. I'm not really a big fan of it, so I don't really, but you know, like I said, I don't really intend to do that kind of stuff inside this game. It doesn't really quite make sense to me, but it also raises the questions to me, like, are they only planning to make money based on you know, Omega Passive? There's got to be some other form of monetization here, because I don't really see a big incentive for this, to, you know, for players to be spending money on that. Now, as you level up cards and you're playing those, you will unlock collection rewards, and these collection rewards are pretty cool, right? So like, you upgrade to common, you upgrade to rare, all the way to the infinity version, and this is the collection number of points that you get. So as you level up a card to that epic, which seems to be about the standard right now, you'll get 4 points along the scale, and that will rate you up. As you rate up inside those scales, you will collect new cards, you will collect boosters, you'll collect credits and stuff inside there, you'll collect variants as well. So you can see, like, currently along the path, I'm at level 43. My next level, I will get some boosters, and then my next 3 levels, I will get a mystery card. It doesn't tell me what the mystery card is. I'm not even sure that the mystery cards are the same for everyone. I don't know if it's like a random choosing for when you get the cards. I think maybe that's what it is, because I've seen some cards that I just haven't seen. I feel like I'm pretty deep into the game, but I don't know, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, right? So I'm going to take you guys through another play right here, because I do think that is pretty cool. But before I do that, I do want to purchase the premium over here, because I had so much fun playing this so far. And as a content creator, I want to be able to give you guys some of the stuff from Sibia Invasion. So give me 1 second there, because I don't want you to see my shit. All right, so here I've unlocked the card here, and you can see basically I can now equip the Miles Morales card. I've claimed it. Now, you have to put the card in your deck in order to play with it. I haven't really particularly done that quite yet, so I'm not necessarily concerned with leveling up the card so much. But let's jump into a game so that way you can see what some of the gameplay looks like. Searching for an opponent, Gianni. I'm wondering if some of these players are actually players, or if some of these players are, I don't know what the hell's been going on today, but it's just been deucing out to me 6 and 5-star cards, and it's not like I have that many 6 and 5-star cards in my hand in the first place. So he's basically saw this, get a copy of a card in your opponent's hand, and we both basically have Quicksilvers in our hand. I think the Quicksilver one is like one of the beginning cards that they give, and is really good because it automatically in your card, so it almost guarantees that you have a turn 1 play. Why I've been getting so many of these, I just have absolutely no clue. So he plays as Quicksilver, I play Quicksilver. We're both tied up over here at this location. Over here now, the cards cost 1 less to play. This is amazing because we'll both get to play Quicksilver, we'll both get to play Captain America. That's essentially how that'll work, right? There are no other conditions on here, so cards cost 1 less to play. Thank you. That means now I'm playing off curve a little bit, right? So I can go to give Quicksilver over here, and then I can go Quicksilver. Now, not exactly a reason for me to do that, but that's just the way I wanted to play it. So now this Captain America is going to give my other 2 Quicksilvers a card, right? And that's it. I'm not sure why he made that play, but okay. So now I essentially flip that card, and I've got 2 Quicksilvers receiving +1 bonuses, along with Captain America over here receiving. So after turn 4, move all cards on 1 location to the right. This will be interesting when this happens. So again, I'm playing off curve here. So we're on turn 3. My Jessica Jones costs 1 less to play, even though she was a 4-star card inside of here, which is, I'm not complaining about this at all, right? So my Jessica Jones, I'm gonna put her right here to kind of, do I want to put her here? No, you know what? I'm gonna go back inside my hand deck over here, and I'm just gonna run over here because I plan on playing the middle next. Now, the reason why I'm considering where Jessica Jones is actually played is because you see on reveal, it says here, if you don't play a card here next turn, then she gets a +4 power. So she becomes a 8 rating character. That would be more than his 6. So now we have a Gamora, we have a Spectrum as well, so cards are costing 1 less to play, so this is important, right? My Spectrum would give my ongoing cards +2 power, but I'm not really in need of that just yet. So what I plan on doing here is Gamora, if your opponent played a card here this turn, you get +5 power. Where is he going to play his card is the question. I can't play the card here, and I can't play the card here, so I think I'll play the card there. I think that's going to be the best pick. So he didn't play the card here, unfortunately. I thought he would. Oh, man, I was really hoping that he would have played the card there. So I miss out on getting my Gamora that additional bonus there. So it is what it is, right? But so now I'm set at 15. 9 is over here, what we're looking at. And now we have a turn 5 play. I am going to go off here and go with Hulk sat here to try to win that one, since we're kind of tied up here. I'm winning this one over here, so he would have to commit something powerful over here to win this one. So let's see what happens. So he's playing a 2-star Medusa, which starts to get him that turn, which is cool. And then he plays a Devil Dinosaur. +2 power for each card in your hand. Wow, so that's a good one. That's a good one. Now, I've got a 6-star, and I've got a couple of options that I can do here. Notice Medusa, Ant-Man is over here costing me 1 less. I'm also getting Spectrum over here. So I'm going to give Spectrum, I'm going to play Medusa in the middle because she gets an additional +2 power. He has to have 3 cards here for +3 power, right, to get more powers. So this is the final turn. So I'm not going to really get the bonus that I would really want out of him. We will go here because this will increase Spectrum's power. I think my best bet is going to be to pull back. It's not letting me pull back. Okay, never mind. It won't let me pull back for some reason. Sometimes it definitely seems like something's wrong there. Yeah. So, oh wow, I didn't expect him to go ham like that. So he went all in on those. He won the other ones, right? I would love it to like let you review, but like, so you can see basically what happened here is my Medusa gets the 2, then she gets the bonus from Captain America, which put me over the top. His Devil Dinosaur just goes completely down. I don't know why you play that card and not expect to have like more cards in your hand, because otherwise basically end up with a really lesser card, right? And then we've got Hulk sitting over here at 12. My Spectrum play gives my other cards, my ongoing cards, +2. So he should get +2 from here inside there. I don't know why he didn't, right? Because this is ongoing. So your other cards have at this location have +1 power, right? So that means he gives the bonus to all those characters. And then I look at Spectrum over here, she gets a +2 power. And then you look at this right here, blah, blah, blah. So, oh, it was on reveal. She didn't reveal before he revealed, before he was in play. Okay, that was my fault. Then I played him in the wrong order and made a mistake there. Not that I was going to win this with him playing Hulk in that field anyways. This would have made it a little bit more interesting, but that's essentially the gameplay, right? And then you can collect these rewards. Now, one of the things I didn't mention inside here is that you can, wager more cube points inside here. So if you feel like you're gonna win, or it becomes like poker in a little bit, right? That if you feel like you're gonna win, you can actually click on these and try to get more points. Basically, like max out, I think total 8 points or something like that you can do. And that will, obviously establish you more cubes to get you further along in your rating up here. As you play through cards in your deck that you're utilizing, they will receive these boosters towards rating up the card. And when that happens, you can then upgrade the card to this, which will add to your collection level. Now, outside of the frameless and the 3D, I don't know that I've seen anything else that the card does other than giving epic collections. Not exactly sure what it does there or if it should be doing more. But it's pretty interesting in that regard, right? Like, I think overall for me, I like what it's doing. It's a little I liken the game to saying that I think that a lot of it is just kind of not mindless fun, but it's fun. Yeah, I just think the game is fun. So like, I think it's something that's easy to play, something that's quick. The matches don't seem to take too long, and it's kind of fun. So let me know what you guys think. Have you tried it out yet? Marvel Snap. It's available on Android and iOS. So go check it out and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Until next time, peace.